but Queen Elizabeth II leaves a great legacy. Today, the crown passes, as it has done for more than 1,000 years, to our new monarch, our new head of state, His Majesty, King Charles III. With his family, we mourn the loss of his mother, and as we mourn, we must come to praise for us all. We offer him our loyalty and devotion, just as his mother devoted so much to so many for so long. And with the passing of the second Elizabethan age, we usher in a new era in the magnificent history of our great country, exactly as Her Majesty would have wished, by saying the words, "God save the King."
A moving statement there from the Prime Minister about the passing of an era, and saying that UK is devastated by the death of the Queen. The Face the Nation moderator, Margaret Brennan.
Rest in peace.
So much changes now in a time when the Prime Minister has a lot to deal with at home as well.
She does indeed, and now the King will be potentially someone to turn to for counsel, but nothing like what Queen Elizabeth had with 70 years on the throne. If you think about those 70 years, that's really the shaping of the world order that we know right now, and she witnessed it. So that counsel won't be there for Prime Minister Truss in that same way. That soft power perhaps not as much of a tool potentially for her at a time she needs it. I mean, take a look at what's happening in the United Kingdom right now. It is really on the verge of major economic crisis with recession forecast, inflation at a 40-year high, worst inflation in Europe, an identity crisis underway that you gestured to earlier. I mean, she was the Queen of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Meanwhile, there's still a nasty divorce with Europe going on, in particular around this issue of Northern Ireland. There's an independence movement in Scotland. So exactly what the kingdom will look like, the shape it will take, may be changing for the new monarch as he steps into that role. And it really is, I want to come back to something Tina Brown pointed out earlier in terms of the soft power. That 2011 visit that the Queen made to Ireland, the very first monarch since Irish independence. The Taoiseach, the leader of Ireland today, releasing a statement giving her credit for helping to establish ties between the two countries and helping to overcome that really painful colonial past. So that's not something to simply be dismissed. That is a powerful symbol. As close as they could have come to apology, she called it sad and regrettable reality. So there is some legacy there, though we will see what happens with the King now stepping into this role. President Biden has said in recent months, how he enjoyed his conversations with the Queen, which you saw in June. We're expecting the White House to, of course, say something now. We'll be standing by for that.
Yes, and expecting, of course, reaction that is already pouring in from around the world.
Around the world, from across the realms and the Commonwealth. And that is so interesting, given Great Britain's sometimes very painful relationship, to have the leaders of countries like Ireland